factor and least common multiple. When you hear the words, you hear factors and multiples. Factors, basic facts. So that's like 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 3 is 12. Things that you multiply to get something else. Multiples is when you multiply, so you list the number multiple times. So like, for example, right here, 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. You're adding 20 each time. So we have factors. The factors are 20. 1 times 20 equals 20. 2 times 10 equals 20. 4 times 5 equals 20. The factors of 20 are 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. Composite numbers have a lot of factors. Prime numbers have only 1 and itself as factors. The factors of 16 are 1 and 16, 2 and 8, 4 and 4. So the factors of 16 are 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. We use the greatest common factor when we simplify fractions. So the greatest common factor of 20 and 16, you look at all the factors here in these two lists. They both have a 1, a 2, and a 4. Out of the ones I circled, 4 is the biggest number, so that is its greatest common factor. Multiples. We use the least common multiple. For an equivalent fraction. So here I have my multiples of 20 and 16. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. 16, 16, 32, 48, 64, 80. The least common multiple is the smallest multiple they have in common. So if you look at these two lists, what do they have in common? They both have 80 in common. They'd also both have 160 in common, but that's not the smallest one. The smallest one is 80. So least common multiple of 20 and 16 is 80. So if I wanted to have, if I needed to get like if I was adding 1/20th plus 1/16th. When you add fractions, you need to have a common denominator. The common denominator would be 80. So I have 1/20th times 4 over 4 gets me 4/80ths. 1/16th times 5 over 5 gets me 5/80ths. So then I would add these together to get me 9/80ths. On the bottom, here are our divisibility rules. I love divisibility rules. They help you find factors. So if you have a big number, you can figure out what goes into it evenly. This is great for division as well. So for example here, 23,890. It ends in 0, so it is divisible by 10. Any number that ends in 0 is divisible by 10. If a number ends in 0 or 5, it's divisible by 5. So 3,405 is divisible by 5. If the last digit is even, that means 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, it's divisible by 2. So you look at the last digit. If the last 2 digits are divisible by 4, it's divisible by 4. So for example, in 1,336, 36 divided by 4 is 9, so the whole number would be divisible by 4. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 3, it's divisible by 3. So for example, 621, I add 6 plus 1 plus 2, I get 9. I can divide 9 by 3, so 621 is also divisible by 3. If the sum of the digits is divisible by 9, the whole thing is divisible by 9. So again, 621, you added it up, you get 9. The whole thing is divisible by 9. I have our third section here, freebie. If it's divisible by 2 and 3, 6 will also work. It will also be divisible by 6.